Welcome back to Old Car Rescue. This car obviously isn't something in total need of rescue. It's not like it has two wheels in the crusher like the last couple. But when I sold the green machine, the Goblin, and I said that I was going to use that money to try and find the next project, I kept my eye vigilantly on Marketplace and Craigslist and the usual internet spots. And one day I was going through Marketplace and I wasn't looking for a Corvette, but when a Corvette popped up at a ridiculously good price, I couldn't, call the guy and find out where it was fast enough. And fortunately, it wasn't very far from my house at all here in Cleaterville, Florida. So I did what anybody should do: is I grabbed all the cash I had, shoved it in my pocket, and headed that way. Now, when I got there, it took me about a minute and a half to decide that I really wanted this car and that it was a very good deal at the asking price. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you around it a little bit. It's the L82. It's a 78. It's got some stuff on it that I've had a few Vettes, but number one, when I first bought this car, all the way until I got it home, I really thought it was white. But that was when I parked it next to my white truck and realized that it's not white. It's a very, very, very light blue. And that made more sense to me when I looked inside and seen that it had very, very nice navy blue leather interior. It needs a little bit of attention here. I like that wiring there on the side of the console, which it took me a few minutes to figure out what that extra switch and that extra wiring was for. Come to find out, it's for the freaking power antenna. The aftermarket stereo that was installed in it was not set up for a power antenna, so somebody just gave it its own. And as you can see, something that really excites me, it's a 4-speed. Now, I've had quite a few of these Corvettes, the C3s, and but this is actually the very first one I've had that was a stick shift. Everybody knows nowadays that you don't need an alarm system when you have a stick shift, because 90% of people nowadays can't drive a stick anyway. Another beautiful thing about this car, mirrored T-tops. These are just one of the coolest options they did. Now, they were really cool with the fiberglass T-tops, but the mirrored ones just outclassed it. And then another thing that caught my attention right away was this stainless steel runner that goes across the car. Okay, so normally I'm pretty chill about when I'm trying to buy a car, and I, can keep a pretty good poker face. But when this seller of this car came out, and I got to walk around it and take a good look at it, and when he gave me the price, I did something I normally don't do. I just reached in my pocket and I pulled out every penny I had and I threw it on the hood, and I said, "This is everything I have. Will you take it?" Well, he counted it up, and he threw a 5 and a couple of ones back down. He said, "I'm not going to do that to you. You go ahead." He let me have a couple bucks back so I could get some McDonald's on the way home. And it took pretty much every dime I had to buy it, but how could I not buy it? I mean, come on. And everybody knows that when I get a car for a project, one of the first things I like to do, since cars are actually people, is give it a name. So this one's obviously Blue. You're my boy, Blue! But when I bought the car, the reason that he said the price was so fair was it hadn't been driven in quite some time. And he said that it ran when it was parked, but it had absolutely no brakes. That, and he said that it had been parked, fortunately, inside because the power windows do not work, and they are down. But, man, I'm glad it was parked inside because that interior is just beautiful. I can't get a really good shot of it right now, but once I get the T-tops off and get it cleaned up, we'll get another shot at it. We'll take another look at it. There's not a whole lot more I can say about it that the pictures don't say themselves, except for one thing, I guess. Obviously, we need to look at, voila, the original Corvette engine. Doo-dee-dee-doo. One thing I absolutely love is the crossed flags. They're just so cool. I've always loved them on the Corvette. That was actually on my sign when I owned a car lot. I had the crossed flags. So here you are, everybody. I know that I'm supposed to be working on Turbski, but man, when I got this, everything else just sort of slipped my mind. So we're going to probably bounce back and forth a little bit between old Blue here and Turbski. And we actually have a few more projects that are lined up and waiting for us. So, you know the deal. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are, thank you very much. And I see you guys, you old school buddies from the track, and I'm glad you're joining and watching because it just tickles me. Makes me feel fuzzy in my special places. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, ring the little bell, and look forward to the next video. And it can be up to you. You know, what do you want to see done? Should we keep going on old Blue? Should we work on Turbski? Should we pull Tetanus back out? Give me some feedback, guys. And if you watch this all the way to the end, as always, you rock. Thank you very much. And from Suicide Strayhorn, Old Car Rescue, and from the main chick, who's not here right now, thank you all very much for watching. And if you watch till the end, you rock.